Carter Glasscock is away on assignment today, but we have put up the bat signal all the way out to the San Fernando Valley, and we're bringing in one of the funniest people I know. It's Ed Greer, everyone.
Oh, wow. One of the funniest people you know. That's a lot to live up to in a fucking quarantine, bro.
Carter's doing a little stand-up show in Nashville right now. So, not actually in Nashville, but, across the waves of the internet. So,
I was about to say, that's a long way to go to catch a cold. You know what I mean?
Have you done online stand-up yet, Ed?
I mean, no. Because I have dignity. No, I'm just joking. I haven't done it because honestly, I think I'm too tied to the visceral reaction right then. Even that split second of difference, or like looking at some fucking Holland smile politely at your shit.
It seems
no, thanks.
So fucking bizarre. I got invited to do my first one, and then I just bailed on it because I wanted to watch UFC instead.
all those wet fist sounds, and there's no crowd. You can't beat that.
Can really hear the two guys breathe.
Yeah, I'd love to hear some of that in close shit talking, like, after this, you want to go to dinner, bitch? Just weird stuff.
It is weird because they're all friends.
Yeah.
Have you joined, like every other comedian, have you joined TikTok, Ed?
You know what? Being a black don't crack individual, no one really knows how old I am, and I would like to keep it that way by not doing TikTok. You know what I mean?
Fair.
Because the instant I'm seeing through a TikTok filter, they're gonna be like, "This motherfucker was born in the 70s." Just instantly.
Oh man. Well, there has been a thing, and I talked about this on the Unpopular Opinion bonus show. There's been a couple of stupid developments on TikTok, and both of these, I love how surface level both of these are, because you're just gonna know exactly what it is as soon as I say it. One of them is the hashtag Pee Your Pants Challenge.
Okay.
Which is where teenagers stand in a bathtub and piss on themselves.
Do they have to be teenagers? Well, I feel like I could pull this one off.
No, well, that's just who's been doing it. And
you're already in the shower too, so you can clean your pants and yourself at the same time.
That's the whole thing. I'm like, do you go hard or not, dude? Fucking do it in your kitchen. Do it on a carpet.
Do it at a public place.
Yeah, do it in front of a police station.
Oh man, do it at a coronavirus outbreak protest.
Yeah,
you know
there you go.
Get nuts. Let's cross the streams.
Well, let's stop the stream at its source and then just sort of have it dribble, I guess. But there's been that one, and then the other one, which has not been as popular, I guess, but has been happening, is the hashtag Bass Pro Challenge. Which, if you've ever been to a Bass Pro Shop, one of the big highlights of the Bass Pro Shop is they have a gigantic fish tank in the middle of the store, and it's just been people jumping into the fish tank at Bass Pro. It's like, yo, fucking prove you're hard.
I've seen one of these, and then all the comments are like, "This is really bad for the fish.
Yeah.
You shouldn't do this."
Oh my god, that is what I thought first. I mean, maybe that's the Missouri boy in me popping out. I'm just like,
Sure.
oh man, you gonna fuck them bass up?
Yeah,
I mean, but I guess it could be worse than being, alive in a Bass Pro store.
Yeah.
just like you're a fish and you're just looking out the water at all these implements of your doom, and you're just watching everybody get ready to fucking kill you and your brethren.
It happened a couple of days ago, and it was videoed, and the cops, I guess, have been they've been looking for information about the guy who did it, because he got away, which is crazy. Like, he jumped into the tank, got out of the tank, and then I guess ran out of the store and got away with it. So this mystery tank jumper has been on the loose.
Slippery. They couldn't grab him.
Yeah, he's covered in fucking crappy and bass algae. But so this is down in Florida, unsurprisingly. Last week, Crime Stoppers offered $3,000 for information leading to the arrest of Daniel Armendariz, the man accused of jumping into the Bass Pro Shop fish tank. That guy, who's on the loose, I should say, got on Facebook to taunt the police.
Hell yeah.
So I'm a little bit torn because on the one hand I do support the fish, above all, because fish are, humans suck, but fish are pretty cool overall. So I do support the fish, but this is pretty funny. This is his Facebook post he posted. Fuck it. I'm tired of you looking for me like I'm some most wanted fugitive over a little tank dive. LOL. Come on now. Well, you know what, Bass Pro? I've bred fish since I was 9 years old, and you can kiss my ass about the $3,000 decontamination bullshit. Yeah, I fucked up in diving in, but who doesn't want to dive in that beautiful tank? And who has been blasted this hard and charged with felonies? Since all you authorities want to blast me like this, like I'm some nasty criminal and offer awards, well, guess what? Get to working more, because I'll turn myself in when I'm ready. You guys have put me out to be a drug dealing, robbing, aggravating, battering criminal. But guess what? I beat all those charges, so that's wrong AF. Man, it is.
He is right about that part, to be fair.
It is what it is. You guys are pathetic. Fuck it. Fuck it. Run that shit. So anyway, that's what we're dealing with. Here is guy on the loose, taunting the cops.
Good for him.
Grand tradition here.
Did he say awards and not rewards? Did you read that correctly?
I think he did. Yeah, because there's, like, as is the case with many of these, like, sort of criminal Facebook things, there is no punctuation in any of this. So I'm assuming a lot of commas and periods here. As I've said, all of these people seem to write like E.E. Cummings. It's just kind of up to you to figure out what's happening.
I'd like to give you a note on the last part.
Yeah.
It was run that shit instead of run that shit. You know what I mean? It's like run that shit. Like, yeah, that's your press release kind of smoker. That's what he's trying to say.
Oh, but then he has a million question marks after it. So
yeah,
but who the fuck?
It's the code of the streets.
The Riddler. This guy is not. He's not a man of words. He's a man of action. Stupid action.
Dude, the Bass Pro Shops in Gotham City must just be fucking horrifying.
Oh my god, dude.
Why is a Bass Pro Shop even open right now?
Well, it's Florida. Everything's fucking open right now.
They didn't close anything in Florida.
Well, I guess they did, but now that it's open, people are like, fuck it, mate. I mean, they're like, I need to get, I guess, ammo and fishing rods. So
people are just like, they're so stupid. That one lady on Facebook was like, does anybody know when Kohl's is going to open up? It's like, bitch, you don't need to go to Kohl's.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny what people think they need, right? I mean, this whole thing is really about what people really think they need. And there's just like, yeah, get your essential ass on in there, cut my vagina hair. Just hurry up. That's goddamn force. It's like, yeah. It's brutal what people are willing. It's like a goddamn N.C. Wyeth painting down here, man. Or is it Andrew Wyeth? One of the Wyeths. Goddamn it! It's a thatch. It's a ridiculous thatch. The fact that that's the first thing you do after being off work for a long time too. You've been homeschooling your kid and stuff. And you go back to work waxing assholes.
God, yeah, that is a bummer. Yeah,
it's a living.
It's a living.
Oh shit, that's funny.
Oh my god. Well, it's good to talk to you, Ed. What have you been up to, man? Like what's new over there besides I'm assuming, lots of drawing, lots of creativity, lots of funny stuff happening. What's going on at Casa de Greer?
I can only think about my mistakes.
Maybe you should switch to indica.
Dude, while you're bullshitting, you are absolutely right. Because that's one thing. When I'm buying weed in the fucking quarantine, half the time I'm thinking, man, I don't want couch lock. Why do you give a fuck now, you fat piece of shit?
Wait, is there a weed called couch lock?
No, it's a effect they call it.
Oh, okay. I was like, that's a fucking hilarious name for a weed. It sounds like something that would be advertised on a podcast.
Nah, dude, you don't want couch lock. You want that grandma killer.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Okay.
What does that mean, actually?
I don't know. It's what people are calling COVID.
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh, yeah, shit.
Yeah, see, I was imagining pot still, so it was like
Yeah.
somebody like trying to cure their glaucoma.
I
and
mean,
it just
it's a ripe name for the taking for any weed grower.
Well, dude, no, it's the worst. So, like, obviously, been trying to be safe, yada, yada, yada. It was weird, though. Like, I had my first, like, social shaming out of being safe. I went over near a friend's house. I didn't go into the house, but I went like around the back to try to be socially distant, like visit type shit. And then homeboy's wife was just like, take your gloves off. If you put gloves and you touch stuff, then you just forget that you got shit all over your hands and then you touch. And I'm like, I kind of get that. But at the same time, I was just kind of like trying to be as respectful and safe as possible, have my mask on and shit. Like this whole nigga with a mask thing that I'm having to endure right now is so weird. Having to creep around the back of my friend's house with a fucking mask on. It's fuck, dude. It's creeping me out, this whole existence. Like just judging people by the glassiness or non-glassiness of their eyes. This is brutal, dude. This is not fun. So that part's not fun. Acting like everything's gonna kill you is not fun. All that kind of bullshit. But overall, like, I stopped spending a bunch of money because I can't go out and spend it. So it's like I saved up enough money to like buy a whole YouTube studio. I haven't gone out to get burgers and pizzas and shit. You know what I mean? I just kind of been cooking a lot of groceries and jazz. I've been so depressed. I haven't even watched the like Chiefs highlight of the Super Bowl shit that much. I've been a Chiefs fan my whole life, right? I was supposed to be basking it. I was supposed to be ribbing my friends. Fuck you, Pittsburgh, eat a dick. I'm supposed to be doing all that shit. And I just can't even do it because all this bullshit overshadowed it. You know what I mean? It's like Farrah Fawcett dying earlier than Michael Jackson in the same day. It's like, what the fuck? I don't even get to be the story. I don't get to. So there's a lot of that shit going on. But I have been drawing a lot, as you've probably seen on my Instagram, and I've been doing my show Reboot It, where we like take old properties and try to do a weird 1 hour reboot on it. That's got 2,000 subscribers on YouTube now.
Hey.
So I guess people were sitting in watching it.
Nice.
That's great, man.
But yeah, my own podcast. I just was talking to my producer the other day. We've been doing it just us, just kind of jabbering with each other.
Sure.
And it's like, wait a minute. This is the time when motherfuckers would be home.
Yeah.
We should call Jesus, idiot. What the fuck are we doing? So like I told you, I just sit around thinking about my mistakes. Deep inhale, think about mistakes.
Oh man, have you been? You mentioned you've been cooking some groceries. What's been the quarantine fave for you?
That's another thing. Over the quarantine, right? I started having a little medical issue, not a big one, but a little one. And I went to the doctor to have it checked out, which is like, God damn it. Going into any sort of doctor shit right now.
Yeah.
It's just so fucking brutal, dude.
Oh, yeah.
And then it makes the inanity even worse, right?
Right.
All the inanity, somebody comes in and talk about, yeah, my cousin said he might got that shit, but I don't know, man. I'm trying to mow the lawn. And then like 5 minutes later, they're just talking about that, and you're just like, this whole interaction is life and death for everybody. Why don't you just shut the fuck up? You know what I'm saying? It just seems like I want everywhere in public to be church right now. I want everybody to be very serious about this, that we're out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm just experiencing all kind of weird black neurotic anxiety going on. There's a lot of that.
Oh man, yeah. I went walking out on the beach today, and I had the mask and had the sunglasses and the hoodie and all that shit, and I just kind of felt. I was like, if it wasn't this, I would look very scary to people right now, I think.
Oh, I've walked in a bank with a fucking towel around my face like a bandana.
Dude, yeah, when the rent is due, that is the funniest shit. Going to the bank with a mask. I'm like, I feel so cool. I feel like Jesse James, man.
Yeah, who are you, the fucking Safdie brothers?
I just didn't have a regular mask for so long.
No, dude, that's super true too. And my mom sewed me a mask and sent it to me, and the motherfucker's too tight. I got all kind of bands around my ears and shit with the ligature marks and shit.
Wow.
I'm like, yeah, my mom sucks at masks. But I didn't even answer your question. What have I been cooking?
Yeah.
I'm kind of on a Southwest kick, I guess.
Ooh, yes.
It's like it's real Southwesty over here because I discovered that even I can season up some ground turkey and make a big stupid vat of it, and then sprinkle it on like salads and then taco type of things and then burrito type of things for fucking days, like some kind of just all-purpose protein, bitch.
Yeah.
So I've been doing shit like that,
Now is time to learn about food prep.
dude. Right?
For all the people that weren't doing it before, if you don't know at this point, you're fucked. You're spending so much money eating out.
Oh, dude.
It's weird. I've eaten fast food like one time in the past 2 months. It feels so strange.
Yeah, I did it on. I think I was out. I'll tell you, I'm so fucking neurotic, dude. I went out and I was congratulating myself on having gone out. So I'm gonna go ahead and get me some McDonald's. I'm gonna get me a scholarship. And so I go to the motherfucking McDonald's and I wait in this kind of too long for my liking line. Like, is everybody depressed? Like, why the fuck is there so many motherfuckers here? This is insane.
Oh my God, dude. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I wait for a long time and I got like 2 fillet of fish and like a fucking fry. And I was just like, it was all right. You know what I mean? Filet of fish are obviously awful, but I like them. And it was, like I said, Filet of Fish Friday, baby. There's $2. It's like what? I only have to pay $2 for a piece of shit. Rather than 4. That's a deal.
The McDonald's near us is on a limited menu. Apparently, is that the case with the one you went to?
I don't remember because I was, I had laser focus on those fillets of fish.
Yeah.
I mean, it was one of the only last fast foods that I would allow myself to have, not like on some health bullshit, but just it would have to be on a Friday. It would have to be during, I guess, super Catholic time where motherfuckers don't want to eat meat on Friday and shit. It would have to be all these things like, a perfect Rubicon would have to line up for me to permit myself to get some fast food, and it was always Filet of Fish Friday. So I felt like I had to do it. But it didn't even taste good because the whole time I was eating the whole time I was eating the motherfucker, I was concentrating. First of all, I ate it before I got home because I didn't want my woman to see me cheating on my diet and being unsafe at the same time.
So you ate 2 fillet of fish in your car?
Slam those motherfuckers in my Kia. Disgusting. Disgusting, bro. And the whole time I'm trying to like manipulate like the napkin or the wrapper or whatever. I mean, yeah, they come in a box.
Yeah.
That's another thing. You know what I think I did? I think I bought a motherfucking cheeseburger on the side so I would have the wrapper to be able to touch the other sandwiches. Dude, it was really neurotic, man. So it wasn't even fun. Taught me my lesson. Just eat some quinoa, fatty.
When I was in high school, a buddy of mine, his mom basically forbade him from going to Crystal. Do you know about Crystal, Ed? It's basically like...
Oh, I know what it is. My mom lives in Georgia.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, it's basically the Southern White Castle, essentially. So they have just like little tiny hamburgers.
Okay.
And my buddy's mom was like, you're eating way too much Crystal. You're not allowed to fucking eat Crystal. And like tried to ban him. But he was like 16, so he could just drive there, but he couldn't bring him home.
Uh-huh.
And I wasn't there, but this is my friend Adam. This is his version of the story, and it's the funniest shit. They used to live right next door to each other, and it was a Sunday afternoon, and he was driving back to his house, and he sees in the high school parking lot just one car. It's a Sunday afternoon, and it's our buddy's car, and he's like, fuck's he doing here at Sunday? And he pulls in like a little bit like behind him and sneaks up on him and just rips the door open to try to scare the shit out of him, and just an avalanche of little Crystal boxes pours out. Like he had just went there to just like house like 10 Crystal burgers.
I mean, I'd like to judge. At one point, the fucking drive-thru lady at Wendy's would tell me, "See you tomorrow night." So
oh shit!
I can't really say anything.
Dude, no, that's funny. I was affronted by my weed guy. First of all, I use a delivery app, okay? Like a regular civilized person, I use a delivery app. But because of, I guess, their dispatching, their taxi driver or the Joker motion picture fucking, roster that they have of clowns to come do this shit.
Yeah.
I guess their distribution center, whatever, their cabbie system keeps sending this guy my way. So we've gotten to make a relationship, I guess. But he said something like, "See you next week," and I'm buying a lot of weed, guys. I'm not going to be seeing this motherfucker next week. I felt it was presumptuous in a way that irked me. You know what I mean? There's no way I'm going to smoke this much weed in a week.
How much do you get? Like a half?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not fucking around, dude.
I mean, that's the way to go.
Dude, because obviously, and plus, you know what the funny thing was? He was how I tracked how seriously this quarantine shit was going. Because the first maybe month of buying from, I bought maybe twice that month.
Yeah.
He didn't have no motherfucking masks, no gloves, no nothing. I seen this motherfucker the other day. This motherfucker looked like RoboCop. Are they filming Outbreak in your car, motherfucker? It was serious business.
Wow.
The first week I bought weed of the quarantine, the guy showed up in full mask and gloves and told me this is company policy to do this now. And I was like, cool,
Right.
And then the next guy shows up and he's just no mask, no anything. It's just was this company policy, or was that guy tweaked out, or is this guy just an idiot?
Well, dude, there's people who are really taking it that's another thing, man. I mean, I know people have talked about this before, but the motherfuckers who will walk directly towards you.
Dude, yeah.
Dude, I went on a walk
fuck.
today, and there's more people not wearing masks out than I've ever seen before.
Yeah. It happened today on the beach. The beach is fucking huge. It's so easy to not. And there was just we were just playing this miniature passive aggressive game of chicken where there's just this group of dudes just heading straight for me. I'm like, one of us is gonna have to veer, and so I veered. But man, it was just I was like, come on, man. And they were
you went off the cliffside like Toonsis the driving cat.
Well, they were I was out there to walk, so I had on dry shoes and shit like that. So anytime a wave would come, I'd kind of run away from it and shit. These people were all in swimsuits. I was like, common courtesy, you walk on the ocean side, motherfucker. Like I was clearly not there to swim, but whatever. Yeah, there was a shitload of people out there today, man. I stupidly was like, oh, I'm gonna go Saturday. I tried to go out there to take a walk, and it was too fucking crowded. So
of course, yeah.
But anyway.
People have had to sit inside for 2 months. They can't not go out.
Can't do it.
Dude, it really rammed home to me the two personality types I know. Because, we know comics, right?
Yep.
And I guess maybe there's 3 personality types. There's mine where I kind of felt an immense relief. Once I was inside my house, I felt an immense relief to not have to cancel any plans. I wasn't going to have any plans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's great.
Yeah.
It's great to wake up every day and be like, I have nothing to do today.
Dude, I mean, it's fantastic. And if you have a certain temperament, I think I could have wasted this time, gotten really fucking crazy awesome at 2K, shit like that. But I haven't touched it. I tried to play the computer on Hall of Fame mode. That motherfucker mopped me, dude. Because I can't fuck with the computer now because I've been drawing so much and I've been, working on my shit so much. The computer's whooping my ass. and that used to never happen. I used to fuck them up. So it's I think I am kind of one of those types that was okay with it. So it's basically you got those people, then you got the motherfuckers who was just doing remote stand-up shows that first week. We haven't even had a chance to mourn yet. You know what I mean? You motherfuckers need that much attention. There's that shit. And then there's the other ones who are just making videos about themselves in the street and they don't have a mask and they're making it like a political thing. I'm like, I didn't know that there was those people amongst comics, but I guess takes all kinds.
Oh yeah, well
of course.
some of them who we've mentioned on the show a bunch are having actual shows.
Oh, whoa.
Like in-person shows, yeah. The various LA comedy Facebook pages are kind of a mess right now of people just having these outbursts of just I don't care what the fucking government says. You cannot stop me from having 4 people in a room while I yell about my farts.
A literal comment. This is about doing stand-up in front of 4 people and speaking your mind.
Yeah,
that's what somebody honestly said.
a quote.
In complete sincerity.
But dude, okay, well let's talk about it though. That gets to a weird root of like I kind of started feeling a little disgusted because my whole thing this last couple years is I like my audience. Right, I'm cultivating my audience with my podcast, with my YouTube stuff, and my new other ventures, my comics, and I just feel like a lot of people that I do comedy. I don't want to put it in past tense, but you see what I'm starting to do? I'm starting to be like, well, fuck it, man. If it's going to be a new world where I either be a niche product to the nth degree, doing shows for 4 people, I might as well do shows for 4 or 5 people in their homes. You know what I'm saying? Across the fucking universe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and it's just really starting to dawn on me, like, I don't need to touch the mic everybody else touched in the last 2 hours. I don't need to smoke cigarettes with a bunch of fucking, like, with a guy that was on TV yesterday and a bum and a lady selling tacos.
That is the perfect way to describe LA comedy. A guy who was on TV yesterday, a bum, and a crazy person. Like, oh my God, that's so fucking funny.
And you're waiting till 2 a.m. to do 3 fucking minutes.
You know?
God, that's so funny. Jesus.
But I have been having the same sort of feeling because we've been doing these podcasts like 4 or 5 days a week.
Yeah.
Lately. The podcast has been growing, our Patreon's been growing.
Yeah, man.
And it's made me realize like, oh, people would rather like consume this kind of entertainment than stand-up, which is going to be dangerous.
Right. Or at least until further notice. Like this is the best way to fucking do it, I think.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I'm one of those fucking losers that's like, comedy changed my life.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
But like at the same time,
Me 3, but shit.
I don't need to go out and, like you said, touch the same mic. Me and Rivers are already talking about how we're going to bring our own microphones.
I'm bringing this fucking mic I'm holding to every show I go to from now on, and I'm gonna be like, no offense, and I'll plug your shit back in when I'm done talking.
Yeah, I have my own mic. I'm doing the same thing.
Yeah, man.
Oh shit! Well, yeah, I got 2 of them, so yeah, I'm a double fisted, baby.
Yeah. You know what would be?
I'm gonna do the setups into one mic and do the punchlines into the other one.
You know what would be funny is if you actually got one of those mics that they use on all the stupid show flyers that's like chrome, that looks like an old timey radio mic that no one's ever used for stand up. You roll up with an actual chrome microphone, and you be the one guy.
They apparently work very shitty, from what I've heard.
They're condenser mics. They're for those mics because they, I'll put a picture of one of these up on our Twitter so y'all can see what I'm talking about at The Goods Pod. But they're on every, it's the hallmark of a bad hack comedy show. Is if that mic is on a poster, you're like, this is going to be some hacky shit.
Usually a mic stand too is a bad sign.
Yeah. A red curtain with a spotlight and no one standing. Like, there's so many like telltale signs for a bad comedy show. But that's
I have used that mic for a comedy flyer before. I feel like immensely called out. But obviously, when you're young and dumb, full of cum, you don't know.
What's a fucking badass looking microphone?
Well, no, it's what's weird? It's about like now that I draw so much more and I've allowed myself to call myself an artist, the iconography is super fucking serious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, that's a microphone. Just like a fucking telephone. Why the fuck is the telephone still a fucking phone on our phone?
Yeah.
A fucking telephone doesn't look like a fucking phone, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
How long are we going to keep calling smartphones phones is a question I genuinely have. We're going to stop calling them phones one day.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you're probably right about that.
Another question for you, Ed. Have you seen any crazy shit at the grocery store? This has been our recurring other question.
Well, basically, I think I have been the crazy shit at the grocery store.
Yeah, did you get in a fight with someone?
No, it just was like that first week we went and like the parking was insane. Like people were like Mad Maxing in the fucking parking garage. The shit was serious. They had a black lady, security lady that they dispatched to hold down the fort, and all of a sudden, motherfuckers started acting right.
Oh yeah.
So it was like super serious, and then I got in there, and this like as soon as I get in there, I'm like Purelled up. You know what I'm saying? I got like a layer of Purell replacing my natural skin type shit. And then this kid coughs right on my arm. Like as soon as I walked in.
Oh my god,
dude! It was like that scene with Willem Dafoe getting killed in Platoon and shit. I was just like, ah! It was horrible. And then like it was that.
How old was this kid?
Dude, he was like old enough to like. I should have kicked him in the chest. No, he was ambulatory with like a little J. Crew outfit on, so quite old enough to not be doing no shit like that. But we ended up buying some ribs that we still haven't cooked because that first week and all the meat was out, so you were just getting whatever meat you could, like some fucking caveman.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
I got a rack of ribs and I'm in LA with a rack of ribs. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck am I gonna do with that? I have no means to. I'm gonna bake them like some kind of pussy.
Hey, Ed, I got a recipe, dude. I know how to bake them good.
Yeah, Rivers
Oh, good.
does.
Okay, fine. I'll do. I'm just from Kansas City, and I feel intense shame if there's not
sure.
direct flame or at least a smoker involved.
Yeah.
But one thing I wanted to ask you guys, like as far as you said your podcast is growing and stuff, have you had any weird interactions with people like now that you're getting maybe a little bit more traffic?
If you join our Patreon for $5, I give out my phone number.
His actual phone number.
Shit.
So, I mean, I talk to people. Most of our listeners, the ones who contact me, are nice.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not even like saying this to blow smoke up anyone's ass. Like we have very nice people that listen to the show. It's usually just people. We talk a lot about what folks are dealing with at work these days, which obviously is we live in California, so we have it a lot better than most states in terms of unemployment, in terms of just like what is expected of workers and stuff like that. So we have a lot of people that write in about that kind of stuff. I mean, we had a woman who wrote in yesterday to say that she works at a grocery store and some insane person fucking hit her with a jar of pickles. Like, so there is like real like crazy shit happening out there.
Yeah.
So most of the people, like most of the wild stuff that we get is just people being like, yo, my town is doing this fucked up thing.
Oh, yeah. By the way, pickle jar lady, give us an update on your well-being.
Yeah, Gina, we need to know what's up because this shit's yeah. She said she was doing fine, so hopefully that bump on your head's going down.
Well, no, I used to work as a fucking maintenance man when I was like a teenager.
Oh, no kidding.
I worked as a maintenance person, meaning janitor, at a grocery store called Schnucks in the Midwest. And I was really lazy. I would read whole books on shift and stuff. I really didn't do anything. But because I found a system to where I would go to the different places where people would have to see me working. And I would do some nominal work in that area at an appropriate time. So they would log it in their mind that they'd seen me and I was doing my job.
Oh, so you mean working.
Right. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? I would just kind of boop, 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 and then run away.
I think that's everybody. I think if you're not that person, you're weird.
No, you know what's really fucking sad? There's a lot of people who kind of aren't.
Yeah.
Because I think that they zone out.
Oh, yeah.
I think they deal with the punishing nature of work that isn't for yourself.
Right.
By like throwing themselves into it and making the day go by so fast. They've done so many tasks. Whereas us, we kind of are making it even more purgatory-like that it has to be with all the shirking. You know what I'm saying? My dad used to say the lazy man works the hardest. And I think that's fucking true. So basically, long story boring, that lady, there's two victims in that story. There's her getting hit with that fucking jar of pickles and the maintenance man that has to clean up a jar of pickles.
Yeah.
It's the worst fucking thing you can drop on the fucking floor in a grocery store.
Oh, God,
And it's got seeds and shit.
Yeah.
There's fruits and vegetables, whatever the fuck, like old-ass cucumbers.
Oh, especially if it's the zesty kind with all the red pepper flakes and shit.
Dude, there's all types of shit on the ground.
Vinegar
all this
reeks.
viscous shit.
Yeah.
And glass.
Yeah.
There's in the shit ton of glass.
Yeah.
So it's like there's two victims in that story.
Oh man, yeah. So, but yeah, that's been the big takeaway that I've got is that this is this seems to be very stressful for everybody, and also that I really like the people that listen to this show. I've had nothing but good interactions so far.
I was going to ask you this, Ed. we've been talking about neighbors on the podcast.
Oh, yes, yes.
Since you've been home a lot more, have you noticed anything weird that your neighbors do or have been doing recently?
Well, I got Johnny No Mask and his dumb bitch in unit number 1.
Okay, tell us about that.
They're just like incredulous motherfuckers, dude. They're just like they just don't believe. Like they would look up at a burning sky and be like, "Yeah, it looks like a good time to take a walk." You know, they're just so fucking oblivious, dude. And they just go about their business, doing what they want to do. No social distancing, no anything, touching everything. They probably lick doorknobs and shit. They're just real. You know, just nothing's wrong types. And they just suck ass. And the guy, I had a fire around my house. Like, long story boring, something happened out on my veranda and like caught fire. And afterwards, the guy like trolling me comes up to my apartment with a little tiny fire extinguisher and goes, "You can buy these for you know, a little money on the eBay." And I was like, I've never talked to you in my life. Get the fuck off my porch. And he goes, and that was the conversation we've ever had. Is him like trolling me with some goofy ass, you know,
explaining what a fire extinguisher is to another adult.
Dude, what a fucking fuck that guy. Anyway, so like I got that guy. I used to live next to well, basically I just think my neighbors, one cute thing that's happening is the neighbors over this direction, I'm pointing left. They have a bunch of kids, and those kids have been talking to kids over in our building across the across the way.
Okay.
Like just sort of communing with each other for like a couple hours a day in the middle of the day. And I got to say, I don't even mind it. It's kind of cute.
Okay.
You know, they yell stuff to each other. They can't quite, you know, they couldn't quite play together. I don't know what they're doing recently. I haven't really heard it recently, but over the course of the time, there was a little bit of that community. You know, those bullshit videos where they show you Madrid or something and a bunch of fucking assholes are singing opera to each other.
Yeah.
It was the Van Nuys version of that.
Well, that sounds healthy. Our neighbors, for their kids, they've been having blow up pool parties and bouncy castles and fucking crazy shit.
Whoa,
yeah, so
whoa.
They don't give a fuck at all.
I did hear we have these gated, you know, like basically. I don't know how to say. There's not really parking garages in our place, but there'll be a place that you can park, and then like a gate that you can close around your car. You just put your car in car jail, just private car jail for your car in the back of our apartments. And these one neighbors 2 buildings down, they move all the cars. They like tell everybody in the building, "We're gonna have a party. Move your fucking shit out of the garage thing. That's it. I'm not telling you again." And they do it.
What?
And then they end up using the garage space to have these big ass blowout parties. And they had one. They had one like a week ago, and I was just like, "Fuck."
They put a notice on all our doors at our complex that says we're not allowed to do that anymore.
To have parking garage parties,
Or to drink, or to loiter, or to generally do anything fun in the parking lot.
And specifically, they said, and stop pissing in the parking garage.
No more urinating. There's been a lot of yelling out here on the corner. Lots of yelling. I heard 2 nights ago. I heard 4 gunshots.
Oh, good.
This isn't stopping people from getting down. You know?
No, definitely not. No.
Oh, dude, I went out after dark because fucking. You ever had your girlfriend send you out for something totally non-essential in the middle of a goddamn quarantine? Well, it happened to
never
me.
have.
She sends me out for something. I don't even remember what it was, but there's a Walgreens around the corner, so I get to walk in, and I'm coming out of my back alley. Fucking cops were at the end of my alley, and they shined a light on me, and I said, "Are you shining a light on me?" And they moved the light off of me and drove away.
Oh my God.
What the fuck?
Jesus Christ.
I think you just figured out a way to get out of racial profiling.
Are you profiling me? Dude, I wish that worked. I would give that to all the brothers and sisters across the millennium.
I think sometimes, especially right now, the cops are going to be like, "I don't want to fucking deal with anything," you know?
Dude, I didn't think about that as an extra benefit. Like my ID is going to expire at the end of the month, and I'm like, pull me over and get in my face during an epidemic. I dare you. I double dog dare you.
I think the expired IDs are being pushed back. You can't get in trouble for them, I think, because the DMV's closed.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, man. It's a whole new world, all that kind of jazz. I'm just waiting on these Marvel movies to be like, fuck it, man, jump in my inbox, bitch. I'm not going to the Cinemark to see you. Come here to see me. I'll give you $20. I'll invite 16 motherfuckers over here. No, I obviously would not do that, but you know what I mean.
I've got a couple of weird news stories, Ed. I wanted to get you and Sam's opinions on. This one is from Placer County, California. Police say 28-year-old James Nunnally II. So we keep running into these weird news stories where people are not named Junior, they're named something the second, which is very strange. James Nunnally II is suspected of sneaking into a family's home and bathing himself before being discovered and later arrested. The Placer County Sheriff's Office said the incident took place Wednesday morning. At the time, the victims, a family, were putting their child to sleep, and that's when deputies believe that Nunnally entered the home through an unlocked door. Nunnally then hid in the home for some time, and according to deputies, he used the family's bathroom to bathe himself. Later, as he left the bathroom, he was caught by one of the victims and ran out of the house and was caught by deputies a short time later. So, guy broke into a house and just took a little tubby bath.
Well, I mean, that sounds... number one, I think that's scary as fuck.
Yes.
I've definitely read a bunch of stories about people who have been like, I read a story about this lady who blah, blah, blah. She's about to go take a shower. Just by happenstance, she looked down and saw that somebody was under her bed. And she was right about to get in the shower.
Yeah.
So she goes, I won't get in the shower. And she just like quietly sort of went to the kitchen, got a kitchen knife, and just sort of backed out of her apartment and called 911.
Yeah, yeah.
And they came and got the guy. But I'm just thinking like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's really scary, dude.
Yeah.
But then you get those stories though where that guy broke into like a McDonald's or some sort of restaurant and just made himself food for like 3 days.
Yeah.
You cannot prosecute that guy.
Yeah, those are great.
You cannot fucking prosecute that guy. I rebuke it. You cannot.
Yeah, I've been really freaking myself out. I don't know how you are with like true crime stuff, but I've been listening to the LA Times podcast that they've been doing about the Golden State Killer called Man in the Window.
Oh, have not been
Dude,
not been checking it out.
If y'all want to freak yourself out, like I literally was doing.
I don't have enough of that right now.
I don't know why I'm a glutton for this, but this is what happened. I was doing dishes listening to this, and I've got my headphones in, so I didn't hear my roommate, comedian Luke F. Jensen, creeping up. Not creeping. I think he just walked up, but I didn't see him out of my periphery, and I literally like turned and like, because I was in the middle of listening to this shit about him, crawling in through the windows and fucking stabbing people and shit, and I'm just like, and I literally went like, ah! Like when he came right next to me. Yeah. So anyway, it's
it's always creepy when people are up in your crib. When I was a kid, I don't ever tell this story. I'm not going to tell the whole version, but the bottom line is some fucker came into my house to steal shit, and he was in there so long he took his shoes off so that he could like move about the cabin, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Without alerting anybody,
Oof.
And he was just like wandering around there for a while. And then what was crazy is fucking one of my friends goes, after the whole incident was over and the cops had come to dust for prints and find nothing and all this different shit, my friend talks to me the next day. He goes, man, what if he had killed your mom? I was like, what the fuck? Why would you say that to anybody? Like, what kind of McLaughlin group are we going to have after that statement? You know what I mean?
He wanted to kill your mom. Wrong. That's my McLaughlin group impression.
Well, that's the scary part, because you think people break into a house to murder. What other reason do they have to break into a house?
Yeah.
That people are in, Usually the burglars don't want those houses.
Right.
No, exactly. That's why, I mean, anybody that is a confirmed burglar, meaning they try their damnedest for nobody to be in there, I hate them. I think they're scum, but they are nowhere near as bad as anybody who would be brazen enough to break in while somebody's there. Because if you're brazen enough to break in when somebody's actually in there, that means if you were to be caught, you are willing to get down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, it's
and
crazy.
That's a whole nother thing.
It's crazy that people are burgling during this time. Like that it's happening at all is wild. Like you pretty much guess people are going to be home right now. Like stop burgling.
I mean, it's fucking really creepy. I remember one of my friends, he raised prize Rottweilers, and he said his Rottweilers let some guy.
It's probably a good idea to burgle that guy. That's a good house to rob.
The fucking guys did no research at all. They had 4 or 5 Rottweilers. I don't really remember which, but like 4 or 5, and they were like, one of them was like a super champion. Like people used to bring their bitches over there to get fucked by this guy. He was like a badass Rottweiler champ getting fucked. Money for nothing, your chicks for free type of Rottweiler. It was in this fucking house. And so like this motherfucker broke in and they said that blah, 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 blah. They don't know how it happened. But when the cops came to investigate the whatever, because they come in and they see the Rottweilers are all just around this guy. Yeah. And and it appears as though they let him walk around and do whatever he wanted to do. But when he tried to leave, they decided to form a fucking Rottweiler tribunal.
Shit.
You know?
Oh, shit.
And so he was scared. And I think that their legend is he actually called the cops because he was like, I would rather fucking get busted for burglary than get bit up by all these fucking dogs.
That's fair. I think I'm probably in the same boat.
Yeah.
This is the last one I wanted to share with y'all just to see. I'm calling this story "Old Folks Home Alone."
Okay.
So this is in Hamilton, Ontario, in Canada. Basically, they left a guy behind. They evacuated this entire retirement home that was a bunch of people had COVID, and they were like, "Well, we got everybody," and then they accidentally left a guy there for like a couple days.
Wow.
Oh, man, he must have had so much goddamn fun eating everybody's medication and shit.
Or what if he was one of those guys who already was like, man, why me? And then this shit happens.
Oh, dude, what if he was one of those guys who's just like, you know what? I know for a fact this is the goddamn rapture. Now, look, I know people are just going to get spirited away. Now, shut the fuck up. I'm going to go to sleep. And then he wakes up and there's nobody there. And he's like, motherfucker, fuck you, Jesus.
Well, this is Canada, so he'd be like, oh, where'd everybody go? Where did God come? The avenging angel of death? Where is everybody? What's going on there?
Hey, there's still some poutine on the counter.
Also, that means the first day he didn't try to alert anybody, right?
Yeah.
The first day he was like, this is cool. The second day rolls around, he's like, this sucks, actually.
Yeah,
no, it's like that old Patrice joke where he goes, nobody calls the cops about their missing wife. You know, if it's just missing, don't worry about it. It takes a few days for him to get actually like concerned. Like he said something about like these dishes ain't getting washed. This is fucked up.
Yeah, what's crazy is like all the people get moved out of the old folks home, I guess to a hospital because there had been a big like outbreak in the old folks home, and the guy's family was trying to tell everybody like, hey, he's not here, and they're like, no, we got him. So the family is the one that went back to the old folks home and discovered him there. They're like, no, he's still at the old folks home. Like we can see him through the windows.
Dude, but when they looked through the window, a boot came down on a pulley system and kicked him in the mouth.
Yeah. But yeah, apparently he was just the evacuation of the old folks home happened on Friday, and then they found him like Saturday night. So he was there for a full like 24 hours just kicking it. But I did imagine kind of an old folks home of a version of like Risky Business, where he's just rolling down the hall in a wheelchair listening to Bob Seger.
Take those vitriolas off the shelf.
Oh shit!
But yeah, I do the Lindy Hop by myself. Yeah, dude, it's gonna be so terrible and all the shit. Dude, I am old. I was fucking Wu-Tang came on in the CVS the other day, and I was like, I am old. this Wu-Tang has no edge for the modern person.
What song was it?
It was Hemorrhoid Cream.
Hemorrhoid cream. Oh shit! Preparation Nate moves everything around me. Yeah.
That is
Gotta move your bowels, y'all.
RZA kind of killed it by directing movies and stuff and writing books. It really made Wu-Tang seem less
dude,
gritty.
I mean, there's a whole economy in being a less dangerous version of your young black self.
That's
I mean,
very
Mike
true.
Tyson is cashing in on that shit right now. You know what I mean? It's just like you used to think that he was going to bite your head off and eat a chicken, bite a head off a chicken or Ozzy Osbourne all over you or something. Now they're just so docile around him. You know what I mean? It's just like, fuck, he's writing Broadway shows and shit. He's like if Jake LaMotta was kind of smart. You know what I mean? So, or rather, if Jake LaMotta didn't get hit as much. You know what I mean? He's just,
right.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I think I don't have any career on that. So like I said, I gotta draw these comics, do these motherfucking podcasts. I'm just we're gonna fucking do a Kickstarter for my fucking comics. I'll tell you guys. You can stay tuned. It's just gonna be announced on my Nerd Goat podcast. We're just gonna really do it. We're just gonna do Goat comics. It's gonna be like a 48-page book that we're gonna put out with like 3 original stories by Bill, 3 original stories by me, and some detritus by Ron because he can't write or draw really. Well, now he wrote a fantasy novel, so we're gonna maybe put some pages of his fantasy novel in there, and he's gonna do some drawings, and it'll be like Bill, who's like God level, went to art college type guy, me, rough Scrabble kid. I'm like, the white boy that made the basketball team as far as drawing. You know what I mean? I'm scrappy. I'm in there. I'm doing it, And then Ron, who's just like, Jesus Christ, dude, is that an eye or a jet or a Wolverine? I don't know what that is. So, it's going to be a nice little book of all of our musings. And if we can get the Kickstarter funded, maybe I'll start actually publishing comics that way. That could be super exciting.
Nice. The last thing that I got is our friend Tom Sherlock, at _ Tom Sherlock, has sent us a series of Would You Rathers, and we've been doing one a day. So I would like to read today's Tom Sherlock's Would You Rather. Then this is a great question. Would you rather randomly time travel plus or minus 20 years every time you fart, or teleport to a different place on Earth every time you sneeze?
For the amount I fart, that seems excessive.
And he made the caveat with the sneezing one. Every time you sneeze, you get teleported to another place on Earth, and the caveat being it will be on land. You're not going to be teleported randomly to the middle of the ocean.
Well, that sounds better to me.
You think so? Because I think you could get, if we're going Back to the Future rules here, go back to 2000, get you a damn sports almanac tattooed on your arm or something. Mm-hmm. Man, go fart back to 2000 and make some money.
The thing is, you don't know whether you're going to go forward or backwards.
Right. That's true.
Gotta fart back in time.
Because that's the power of farts.
Yeah, but also, if you fart yourself back 20 years, you still have that load of food in your stomach. You're going to keep farting. There's no telling where you could wind up. You're going to be fucking getting bayoneted on a Civil War battlefield in no time.
But those sneeze attacks you'll have where you do 3 in a row?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it suck if you're you sneeze once and you're in Cleveland or somewhere or whatever, and then you sneeze again and all of a sudden you're in Hawaii or somewhere beautiful, and then you feel that third one coming on and now you're in Afghanistan. You're like, God damn it.
I mean,
well, I think both of them would be pretty fucking hellish, but yeah, I just maybe I'm a fatalist or something, but I wouldn't want to go. Check it out. You get a bunch of money, right?
Yeah.
But then you fart. And then you go 20 years in the future and you go try to find where your money was hidden, but it's not there anymore because people looted your whole stash. You're like, fuck.
Yeah.
And then so you fucking fart again and you happen to go right back to that time where your money was. But bottom line, you could go back there and your money could be gone. You know what I mean? I don't know how you could hold your. You'd have to have a money belt on you at all time with everything you'd have to be homeless basically. You have to carry everything with you at all times to make sure that you can take it to the future or the past. That would super suck.
I'm trying to think. I feel like I have gone days without sneezing.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I don't know that I've ever gone days without farting, you know? So if both of them are going to be crazy, then I would take the one that happens less.
Well, just have some fucking. This is what you do. You'd be a superhero, right? If you could do the teleport thing, because like all you have to do is like whatever you're allergic to, have like a couple tufts of cat fur in your boot, you know, and you can like pull it out and be like "Hachoo!" And then you're in fucking London and you put it back real quick and you do your shit.
Yeah.
Take a bunch of hypoallergen type shit. Hey, this is great. And then when you want to go home or go somewhere else, you just sort of like "Achoo!" You know?
Yeah.
I think you control that a lot better.
I'm a black peppercorn nightcrawler. As soon as I grind up some pepper, all of a sudden, baby, I can teleport.
Yeah, yep. I'd have some pepper, and I'd have some. I think cat dander, pepper.
Just dust of any sort.
Yeah. You just you travel around with a fucking jar of dust and you just off it.
It's like this is the skin of my father. Just pull it out of a fucking utility belt.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I think that'd be really good. But I'm always down with those would you rather's, because remember that one we talked about it one time. I guess, would you rather run 500 miles an hour or fly 10 miles an hour? And it's like there's no question at all. Because the government would like spear you down and pull you down to earth and take apart your fucking body in 2 seconds. So yeah, just run fast on land. You'll live longer.
Yeah, that's true.
But maybe I'm a catastrophizer though. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I also hate running. So I don't know if I hate flying. I've never done it, but I hate running for sure. So I might go for the the speed of as Ron White said, traveling at the speed of smell.
Well, yeah, dude, guys, this has been really fun, dude.
Yeah, I was about to say, Ed, tell people where they can find you on the internet and all that good stuff and support you.
At Ed Greer Destroys on Twitter and Instagram. You could check out Nerd Goat, as in GOAT, greatest of all time.
Yes.
Nerd Goat podcast. And we're going to have a guest on this week, probably my man Jeff Baldinger, to talk about, just people's favorite fictional characters. That's what Nerd Goat's about. We talk to people about their favorite fictional characters. And even when it's just us, we kind of go deep on certain things. We talked about Ghost Rider for like an hour and 10 minutes. Like, how the fuck did that even happen? So, and then Reboot It. We're having our live finale. We're trying to reboot the Fantastic Four. Like notoriously the hardest fucking thing to ever do in life.
Oh shit!
So it's like watching a bunch of. It's going to be like watching a bunch of out of shape people try to rip a phone book. That's what it's going to be like. And it's a YouTube channel where we try to reboot different properties. We just kind of dust them off and reboot them. We've done G.I. Joe, Power Rangers, How Do I Shrunk the Kids. We did a fucking reboot of, and it was pretty good. Just crazy shit. Masters of the Universe, we did a reboot that was pretty good.
I've only watched like 2 non-Mandalorian things on Disney Plus, and one of them was Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Dude.
Just because I watched that movie a bajillion times, and it just made, truthfully, it held up, and it also makes me miss Rick Moranis. Come back to us, Rick Moranis.
Oh, he is for the reboot called Shrunk. They're rebooting it.
Oh, no
and
shit.
Josh Gad is playing one of his sons.
Oh, no. Not him.
And they keep trying to make Josh Gad happen, even in the quarantine. They're just like, fuck it.
No.
This is the time. All the other actors are dead. Let him do it.
Oh, stop.
But yeah, so that's Reboot It. It's a YouTube channel, so Reboot It. Probably a Reboot It show. You'll go right to our episodes. It'd be great if you subscribe to either of my podcasts or my YouTube things, because that'd be super sick.
Oh, I was going to say, if for some reason people haven't checked out Nerd Goat, if you like this show, there is an episode with me where I'm talking about the dude from The Big Lebowski, and there's an episode with Carter where he's talking about Rick Decker from Blade Runner. So there's your primer there. If you like this show, go check out those episodes of Nerd Goat and all the good episodes of Nerd Goat. It's a really fun show.
Dude, we gotta have you on, Sam. I'd love to do it in this setup if you'd be down.
What is the show?
So the idea is that you come in with your favorite fictional character of all time. So you're Nerd Goat, like you're the greatest of all time.
Okay.
So I came in because it's a lot of Ed gets these like amazing like comic book artists and writers, like all these people, and it's a lot of stuff about comics. And I was just trying to think, I'm like, see if there's like a comedy character. I was like, oh, it's the dude. Big Lebowski is. I've seen that movie a bajillion times. It's got to be the dude. And then Carter obviously is a huge Blade Runner guy, so he went with Rick Decker. So it's just whoever, whatever your favorite fictional character is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just your opinion, man.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
That's all we want to get is your opinion on who's the greatest. So yeah, that'd be really fun.
Cool. Yeah, I'd love to.
Hell yeah. Well, cool. Sam, where can people find you?
Slam Harder on Twitter and Instagram, and LA Comedy Life on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Tried to make a new video today, but the grocery store fucked me.
What happened?
They didn't have heavy whipping cream.
Oh no! Well, shit. I'm gonna go to the grocery store in a minute. I'll check and see if I can find something.
Hell
for you.
yeah.
Well, cool. Yeah. Find me on Twitter and Instagram at Rivers Langley. And by the way, yeah, if you have not rated and reviewed on iTunes, please do that because that helps us out. Go to Apple Podcasts. It takes 5 seconds. So yeah, do that, and we will see you next time. Thank you, Ed.
Thank you, guys.
On a small Missouri farm back when the West was young, two boys learned to rope and ride and be handy with a gun. War broke out between the states and they joined up with Cantrill, and it was over in Clay County that Frank and Jesse finally learned to kill. Keep on riding, 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 Frank and Jesse James. Keep on riding, 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 till you clear your names. Keep on riding, 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 across the rivers and the range. Keep on riding, 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 Frank and Jesse James. After Appomattox, they was on the losing side, so no amnesty was granted, and as outlaws they did ride. They rode against the railroads and they rode against the banks, and they rode against the governor. Never did they ask for a word of thanks. Keep on riding, 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 Frank and Jesse James. Keep on riding, 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 till you clear your names. Keep on riding, 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 across the prairies and the plains. Keep on riding, 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 Frank and Jesse James.